Alright guys, it is Friday the 6th of March 2020 and you're watching KopTalk.tv. So there is a little bit of speculation about Philippe Coutinho today. It's a bit clickbaitish, a bit misleading I think, to be honest. But I'm bringing it to your attention because you might hear people talking about it online, and often when they talk about it online they don't say where they heard it or exactly how detailed it was. And there's an article originating from the Daily Mirror today, which is the online version. I don't know if this is in the print version. That's something I should really start comparing, actually. Barcelona planning Philippe Coutinho transfer move as Liverpool return suggested. This is by a journalist called Mark Jones. He's the senior online sports reporter. Now, an online sports reporter just makes me think that they may give slightly different versions of what appears in the printed version of the newspaper or newspapers. And as you know, online media, especially when it comes to football, transfer, news, rumours, speculation, can be quite misleading online or, clickbaitish, basically. So, if that said Mark Jones, senior sports reporter, I would be thinking, hello, what's this about now? But the fact it says senior online sports reporter makes me think, yeah, all right, let's see then. Do you know what I'm saying, guys? So the Mirror newspaper is my go-to newspaper of choice, I've got to be honest. I don't read it online. I can't stand reading newspapers online. All the adverts and everything, even with ad blockers and things like that. They're terrible, and I do find them misleading and clickbaitish, and I just don't like that. I know that you've got to have an exciting headline, I get that, but sometimes I just think that some of it's just taking the piss. I mean, the Liverpool Echo these days are ridiculous. I mean, this headline is Barcelona planning Philippe Coutinho transfer move as Liverpool return suggested. That's to make you think that, there's a transfer move being lined up with Liverpool. The Echo's version of this today, where they're covering it, says Philippe Coutinho return. It's not, admittedly not a news article, but it's in their coverage. And if you were to see the Echo put in Philippe Coutinho return, that's really going to grab your attention. But really, it's nothing to do with a return to Liverpool. This is saying suggested, and there isn't really much about it, guys. Now, the reason I'm bringing it to your attention is one, to just make you aware of that you might hear things online today about that, and two, we haven't really heard much about the Philippe Coutinho situation for a while, have we? After he was heavily linked with us. We talk of his transfer fee being lowered and things like that. Basically, there's hardly anything in the report about Liverpool by Mark Jones, the senior online sports reporter. And it basically just says Barcelona are reportedly outlining their plan for Philippe Coutinho if the Brazilian doesn't join Bayern Munich permanently in the summer. I don't know. Right, listen, let's continue. The bit that I wanted to bring to your attention is this, for example. Fearful that Bayern won't exercise their option to buy him, Barca are said to be considering what to do with the player who appears to have little future at the Nou Camp. So, how is that new? What is new about that, guys? We know that Barca want shot of him. And we know that he has no future at that football club unless something completely changes. So anyway, the bit about Liverpool says the Sport report, because that's a Spanish publication that they're citing. The Sport report says Liverpool and PSG are ready to make an offer for Coutinho in the summer if he doesn't go to Bayern, but Barca's plan is to use the attacking midfielder as a make-weight in their own major transfer deals. The move to sign Neymar from PSG is likely to be resurrected in the summer as the forward seeks to force his way out of the French capital, and Coutinho could be used in a deal to re-sign the world's most expensive player. Remember, the headline talks about planning a transfer move as a Liverpool return is suggested. It really isn't. It really is. It's just Liverpool being linked to him, mentioned with him in a sentence. That's basically it. There's nobody credible touching on this. You know what, guys? What I will say to you is that if the price was right, and a bargain was there to be had, I actually think that Liverpool would step in for him. I do. I really do. If the deal was right financially, I think Klopp would go for him. Whether we want him or not as supporters is a different matter. I don't think Liverpool are going to go out there to try and sign him, but if a ridiculous proposal was put on the table, I think they would heavily consider it. And that is a view shared by credible people and not just some chubby, fat, overweight, obese Liverpool supporter. All right, so let me know what you think. If you know about the Coutinho situation. I know we discuss him all the time, so maybe you've got nothing new to say. It's gone very quiet, hasn't it? It's gone very quiet, but I do welcome your views as to where you think he'll end up. I honestly do think we'd go for him if the price was right. It would have to be a financial thing. I'm covered. These lights show everything, don't they? Can't see a thing on my top. But I had a shave earlier, but I didn't even have this on, and it doesn't matter. Right, my cup of tea's gone cold, so I'm gonna go and do that now. So just if you hear any Coutinho stuff today, people go, "Oh, I see Coutinho could be on his way back to Liverpool." Just say, "Don't talk stupid. Go and watch Dunk, DKB, Dunk No Space. He'll put you right. You know what I'm saying?" So. Right, guys. I might get back later today. I'm not sure. I'll be doing the podcast, the KopTalk podcast shortly. And if you enjoy my content, and you can, then please do consider becoming a member. Just click on join underneath. There's 3 levels. The middle level or above will put you on the members website as well, where I hang out all day. I'd love to have you involved. But even just the level 1, the bottom tier, it's the equivalent of buying me, a beer or a coffee once a month or something like that. It really does make a difference. All right, guys, I'd love you to join my squad. Click join if you want to join, but if not, a comment will suffice and a thumbs up. All right, guys, I'll speak to you in a bit. All right.